Hello everyone. Our topic for today is Augustan satire. Now, don't worry if this sounds new or confusing. We will understand it step by step, very simply. First, let's understand the background. The Augustan age belongs to the early 18th century. This was a time when people believed in reason, thinking logically, and order. Everything should be balanced and proper. And writers of this time wanted literature to be intelligent, controlled, and meaningful. And one powerful tool they used was satire. Now let's understand this word satire. Satire simply means criticizing people or society using humor. Let's say you are laughing, but at the same time you are learning something. And here are two important words here irony. The first one is irony, which means saying something but meaning the opposite. And the another one is wit. This means clever and intelligent expression. So simply satire means humor, truth, and criticism all together at the same time. Now, you might be thinking, how do writers actually do this? They use wit and humor. Instead of directly saying society is foolish, they make it funny and clever. Let's understand this with an example. For example, The Rape of the Lock. In The Rape of the Lock by Alexander Pope, something very small happens, okay? A girl's lock of hair is cut. Now, in real life, this is not a big issue, it is not a big deal, but Pope describes it like a great epic battle. And this is called mock heroic. So, it's treating a small thing like something very serious, okay? So, why does he do this? To show how people in high society care too much about small things. So we laugh, but we also realize society can be shallow. Now, here is something very important, that is, satire is not just for fun. It has a moral purpose. That means it wants to improve society, okay? Like writers wanted people to see their mistakes and change their behavior. For example, Gulliver's Travels. In Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift, we see something very interesting. That is, Gulliver meets tiny people called Lilliputians. They are physically small but also mentally small. This shows human can be petty and narrow minded. So, Swift is not just telling a story, he is criticizing human nature. There are two main types of satire. The first one is Horatian satire. This is gentle, light, and humorous. It laughs at people in a soft way, for example, Alexander Pope. And the another one is Juvenalian satire. This is harsh, serious, and strong criticism. And it attacks society more directly, for example, Jonathan Swift. Augustan satire reflects real society. Writers talked about corruption, hypocrisy like fake behavior, and upper class lifestyle. They were not just writing stories, they were showing real problems around them. As we know that through some techniques, satire became powerful. Now, what are those techniques? The first one is irony. Irony means saying the opposite of what you mean. And the another one is exaggeration, making something bigger than it really is. And the third one is parody. Parody means imitating something to make fun of it. For example, in The Rape of the Lock, a small event becomes a big heroic story, and that exaggeration shows how foolish it is. Now, why is Augustan satire important? Because it shows that literature can entertain us, make us laugh, and also make us think. It reflects human nature, society, and moral values. So it is not just funny, it is also meaningful. So, Augustine's satire teaches us something very important, that sometimes the best way to tell the truth is not by arguing but by making people laugh. Because when we laugh, we begin to understand ourselves.